So is this guy the most talked about NHL goalie ever to come from Charlottetown? Probably so. Was his face mask an inspiration for the man with the snake in his face, the John Candy character on SCTV? Was his famous joke about tattoos in a Hells Angels bar the most told story in the Maritimes from 1975 on? Well, he might have been the cause of all of this. From what I heard, a very jovial, very friendly, very outgoing guy, like most people from Charlottetown. Today we're going to be talking about the curious case of the spectacularly scintillating Gary Simmons. Now, Gary Simmons, born July 19, 1944, in Charlottetown, played 4 seasons in the NHL with the Seals, the Barons, and the Kings between 74 and 78. Now, he entered the NHL as an undrafted goalie. He came to major prominence, ladies and gentlemen, with the Edmonton Oil Kings in the mid-1960s. He got the Oil Kings all the way to the Memorial Cup in 65, or the playoffs, and put up some outstanding numbers. Now, in that Memorial Cup run, he won 9 games and lost 4 in 13 starts with a 3.27 goals against average. Now, he got a strange way to get to the NHL. Bear with me. 66 season, he split time in the IHL with the Toledo Blades and the Des Moines Oak Leafs. Leafs. Mispronunciation on that. Now, for the next 3 seasons, he ended up with the Newfoundland Senior League's Conception Bay Seabees. Very strong team who basically went on strong playoff runs in 67-68. His best season with the Seabees was in 1967, where he had 23 wins, 14 losses, and 37 starts, and a 9-4 record in the playoffs. Now, from there, he played with the hockey Calgary Stampeders of the ASHL in 1970, getting 30 wins and 8 losses and 38 starts. 71, he found himself in the WHL with the San Diego Gulls, then back with the Stampeders in 72. Now, back to the WHL with the Roadrunners in 1973 with an 18-15-2 record. 74, split time with Phoenix and Tulsa. Then finally made it to the NHL with California in 1975. His record that year wasn't indicative of how good he was in a very poor team. He had a 10-21-3 record in his rookie season, but a somewhat impressive 3.67 average, and that's again the team he was playing for. His statistics improved in 76. He went 15, 19, and 5 in 40 starts with 2 shutouts. Now, this is where the legend of Gary Simmons really got strong. In 77, he eventually found himself with the LA Kings, and in 78, he was a backup, but his legendary play, his legendary mass, and his legendary sense of humor stood out more than others. I tell you about the Gary Simmons legend. Allegedly, Gary Simmons said to one of my media colleagues, he said, "I really like to get a tattoo of the words 'your name' on my bum." He said that would allow me to go to a strip bar with a bunch of Hells Angels, and I would go to them and say, "Guess what? I'll bet you $1 million I have your name on my ass." It's a great story. I've been telling that story about Gary Simmons for years. I don't know if he originated with him, but he perfected it. Now, because he was a large, rangy goalie, 6'2", 200 pounds, he had a penchant for roaming far from his goal crease to play the puck or cut off shooting angles. This would often result in either spectacular saves or embarrassing goals allowed into an open net. So basically, he should have been put on the tether, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Simmons' nickname was the Cobra, and he was known for his distinct black goalie mask that featured a design of a large cobra in raised strike position bearing its fangs. Again, John Candy character man with a snake in his face could have been motivated by Gary Simmons. Now, he did record a shutout in his first NHL game, and it was nothing but great recognition from there. Was he an overachiever? Damn right he was. He was playing in senior league and lower minor pro for years, and he established himself as kind of, not say a money goaltender, but a goaltender would do everything to win for their squad. Now, final NHL totals: 30 wins, 57 losses, 15 ties in 107 games, and a spectacular 5 shutouts, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how I got 4 shutouts with the Seals and 1 with the Barons. Must have been the hand of God that allowed him to do that. Because I don't know if you remember how bad Cleveland and California played in all those days. It wasn't Gary's fault when he gave up a goal. It was definitely the players he was playing with him. So there's different video on Gary Simmons online. Check it out on YouTube. But that mass, boys oh boys, brings back so many good memories. Because goalies were strange back in the day. Gary Smith would shower between periods, and people would talk to their goal pads, talk to their goal posts. Some people would give up 7 goals as a goalie and always try to score a goal in the empty net at the end of the contest, no matter the risks. And Billy Smith, throwing around the stick, almost killed Kent Nielsen on the ice once. Anyway, goalies are meant to be different, and Gary Simmons was different in a good way. He was no Gary Smith, ladies and gentlemen, because as we all know, the Gary Smith rule that players can't go past the blue line if they're goalies as well. So take it as you come. So that's a legend of Gary Simmons. Please give me a like, comment, and subscribe. And upcoming podcasts will cover some obscure NHL players and legends, including a player that came to the NHL because of Julius Erving. I'll give you a hint. He's a Calgary Flame and Atlanta Flame star. Keep posted. Have a good day. Bye.